Happy Halloween and happy Death Day to you all. This review will not be as long as my other ones. Believe me, they will not be as long as most likely my reviews. Those of you who watch this movie before already, it's plain and simple. It's kind of like a based on the classic 1995 movie of Groundhog Day of Bill Murray. It said this is a horror movie with our main character Tree and her boyfriend, which I checked at the end credits.
Yeah, sure.
Cutter. And his friend that doesn't have that much screen time, Gregory. Those of you already watched this movie before, it's basically he ends up like a loop. And she talks to her only friend, Wari. And it's her birthday.
So wait for class.
She was late for school and she gets her the cupcake. And she hangs out with her friends. Later on in the movie, she'll have a change of heart. Or because it doesn't become like a regular normal day. And she gets killed by the masked, mysterious murderer. Once she gets stabbed, she
I'm sorry.
wakes up and same thing happens all over again. Whatever happens, it happens right now. It gets really weird. And she sees absolutely the same thing again, including the girl that's only sitting there, and will stop being a jerk to her later on in the film.
I'm totally having deja vu right now. Oh, I have it all the time. It's supposed to mean like someone's thinking about you while they're masturbating. I have it at least 5 times a day.
Oh yeah, and they're roommates too.
Seriously, having you all day, it's so weird. Maybe you should switch to water next time, hon. Yeah, thanks. I'll keep that in mind. What are sisters for? Oh, and don't forget, house meeting at lunch. Hello?
Yeah, and I agree, her name is kind of silly. Her name is Tree, obviously. And the masked murderer has a baby mask on. I find the characters in this movie very interesting, including her being the main antagonist.
I punch you in the face again?
And a few scenes did make me laugh. Even though it's supposed to be a horror film. But as we all know, that everybody that reviewed this movie before, that came out like a few years back then, and then have a sequel, and that's actually better than the first one. Unfortunately, I don't have that movie. So I'll probably be waiting until we're in 2021 when I talk about it.
Okay.
She acts crazy and realize she's stuck in a loop.
So you can hear now.
She tries to protect herself from the murderer. There's even news of another killer on the loose that wants her dead as well. Also, no matter what she does, the murderer will always show up. She explains everything to Carter, and that everybody knows it's her birthday.
Okay, maybe it's
And so she has to figure out who it is before it's too late. Or she'll stuck in a big, huge loop for the rest of her days. What she does. She even tries to escape the killer, but it was no use. You basically know how this movie goes. I don't got much else to say, but he finally has a change of heart and being nice to everybody. And have a great time at a cafe bar. And she finally figures out who the killer is. And calls the cops before it's too late. She grabs out the axe to know who the masked murderer is. He badly beats up her boyfriend, Carter, saving her life. Breaking his neck. Ooh. The safety was on the gun, and she had no choice but to commit suicide. Which I find pretty epic, and she comes back anyways. Now I gotta admit this scene is very interesting too.
It was wrong. And Anyway, I can't change what I've done, but I can start trying to be a better person today.
What she does, and starts apologizing on what she has done. And it's rather sweet of her being nice to the others. Or besides herself. I gotta admit, it's really good to see her doing something, and that's less cruel and mean.
I'll be right back.
We also get to this other touching moment trying to keep this camera still, and that's all wobbly. And she talks to her father
Sorry, I'm late.
that she really misses her mother.
Like your tie.
I gotta admit, this scene is very heartwarmingly sweet.
How's school?
I'm.
And the sequel makes it a very touching moment too.
I don't want to do that anymore.
Do what?
Small talk. It's just that this day is really hard for me.
Now I gotta admit, it's very emotional that she's talking to her father besides hanging out with the other people. Anyways, the next night she had no choice but to pull the weapon out on him and to get the gun from him and use it against the criminal that's on the loose and ends up in the hospital. And starts attacking her. And she puts her timer on, which I forgot to mention that's part of the movie's plot. And then caught him by surprise and take off the safety and defeats him. You'll be thinking that'll be the end of the movie, but no, it isn't. She wishes a better tomorrow. But unfortunately, it's not over yet. When she ate the cupcake, it was actually poisoned. By her, Lori. It was her the whole time. Also, spoiler alert!
Really are crazy. Okay then.
And she only did it for a reason, because she's into
What?
Carter.
Gregory?
Whatever.
He just kept choosing you over me. Guess all he wanted was a cheap slut like you. You've been killing me over some stupid guy? Oh, that's not the only reason. You're a dumb bitch!
And like that, they start fighting. But Trey got the upper hand. And used the chandelier to put the poison cupcake in her mouth and kicked her right in the window, which is pretty epically awesome. And like that, it's over. The movie comes to an end where everything ends up perfectly.
We don't eat cupcakes. Is this local or national? Hey, Dad. Dad. Dad, no. Dad, I'm fine.
Trey is reunited with Carter and things turn out alright. And it's just a normal, regular day. And that was Happy Death Day. It was okay, I guess. But those of you like Groundhog, the movie Bill Murray better, put that one on instead. And this film does have like minor problems, like it starts over and over again to see her relive her timelines. But the sequel does explain how she ends up like that. Which I will not spoil too much, but this film was on the okay side of being a good film. Those of you like watching the main character end up in a loop as much as possible, there's also an ultimate ending, which I will not spoil as well. You'll have to see it all for yourself, and buy the movie or look it on YouTube like everybody else does. I mean, the story's plain simple, it just has her to find out who the killer is until the very end of the film. So I give Happy Death Day a solid 5 out of 10. Or should I say, 5 half cake slices out of 10. Happy Halloween to you all, everyone. I'll see you guys in the next video. Since I like talk about scary stuff, I'll see you around. Hey, I can see myself on the flat screen TV. Catch it in.